Okay, so today is February 22nd, and because it's a leap year, this is not the last Thursday of the month. So, me completely forgetting to be like, oh shit, a February in review thing. No, I didn't. It's not that I forgot. It just wasn't time yet, and I will take that leap year. I've had a weird week. I've had kind of an interesting week. So, I no longer have that maintenance job. And if I'm being honest, I'm just not built for it. I have cerebral palsy, I have a curved spine, and it's one of those things of like, I want to give this a shot. I want to see if I can do this. Like, I want to work hard. I don't want to half-ass this. But going full ass is a really weird way of phrasing it, but I feel like you get what I mean. But going full ass, this is just not something my body can do, unfortunately. So I had to let them know that unfortunately this is not something I can do. Now, I know some people who know some people, so I might be able to get a job, I'm hoping, within the next few weeks or so at some various places. If those opportunities don't pan out, then I am probably just going to look into like one of the local temp agencies. When it comes to the bar registration, so that document that I've been waiting about a month for, turns out is not actually the document I needed. And the document I do need, I might be able to get it in time, I might not. So, depending on the situation, I will either be taking the bar in July as I planned, or I won't be able to do that, and I'll have to take it next February, which I really don't want to do. I want to be able to get this done as soon as I can, but if it's out of my control, it's out of my control. It sucks, but I will have to make do in the meantime. And if it is in that situation where I am going to take it in February, then I really need to make sure that one of those other opportunities pans out, or I just start aggressively looking for shit. But that's kind of the update on that. Updates on other things. So remember how I was playing Kingdom Hearts Recoded? I kind of forgot that I was playing it. It feels like it's been a couple weeks since I really picked it up. Like, I maybe pick it up and be like, oh shit, I haven't played this in a few days. And it's kind of fun, I guess. Like, it felt really fun at first, and maybe that's because I was just playing Days, and just the physics of Days feels so weird. Coded felt more right, but the more I was playing it, the more I was like, I don't really know how much I'm vibing with it. I think it's a fun idea of just, we're essentially remixing some worlds from the first game. Not all of them, but like, yeah, Wonderland, there's parts where you're playing Kingdom Hearts. There's parts where you're playing this top-down stealth game, and then parts where you're playing a rail shooter all in one level. It's a fun idea, but I just don't know how much I really got into it, so I gave Jose his copy back. I think I'm good. I tried playing the DS Kingdom Hearts games. They just didn't do it for me. They just didn't quite grab me. But it is what it is. The game that has grabbed me, of course, is 3Load. I've been playing a lot of Persona. Just a little bit ago. Okay, so when I first played Persona 4, which was my first Persona game, I remember playing it during my vacation. It was either during, I think spring break is when I started it, and then I played some more during my summer break. And I remember I would wake up in the morning, just be like, man, I'm so tired. I was up really late. I just want to go to bed. I just want to sleep. And my brain would go, the time you spend sleeping is time you're not spending playing Persona. I was like, oh shit, let me fix that real quick. So I get up and then start my day by playing Persona. When I was playing Fez, which was not long after Persona 4, like maybe a few months or so, and I'd be like, man, it's the weekend or it's a break. I'm just going to sleep. I don't want to play this. I have a very much love-hate relationship with Fez. There's some things about it that I think are fantastic. There's a lot of things about it I don't like. And playing 3-load, I feel like most of the things I don't like are fixed. Some of the things I like have been changed, and some of the things I like are about the same. But overall, I think it's a great experience. And I'm like, yeah, I just woke up. I could maybe go back to sleep. Hold up, there's Persona to play. Ah, shit, you're right. Like, I just finished The Hermit full moon, so that's, what, 9/5, I think. The next full moon is 10/4, and yeah, I've played Persona 3, so I know what happens on 10/4. That's fun. That's great. I won't go into any details at this point, in case you haven't played it. But, I just did that. I have, I think, 6 social links are maxed. I've got another at 9. I have a couple that are at about 4 or 5. There's a handful I haven't started. I don't think I'm gonna get everyone. And then, like, none of my social stats are maxed. They're all at 5. So I haven't been able to start Mitsuru, Yukari, or Fuka. So I'm probably not gonna get all my social links maxed out, which I've never done in a Persona game, but if I can get close, I'd appreciate that. But I'm having a blast playing it. In terms of VN progress, so I've made quite a bit of progress on the interlude chapter. So it'll be the interlude chapter, fuck around with the flashback chapter, and then this draft is done. I still will want to go back over it and look at, there's some parts that I think need to be touched up. Now that some other changes have been made, do I need to change any of this shit? Now that I've made significant edits to the sprite count, like the sprite in this scene, is this still the best sprite of the ones we have available? Like, are there any sprites that I missed when I was like relabeling and deleting them, you know, doing shit like that? I need to make a full list of all our CGs, because I didn't do that as I was writing, and I probably should need to. But that'll be for the next pass, which hopefully I can start sometime in March or in April. Because I want to, by the end of March, I want to have this pass of the script done. Then either I'll let Clay look at it and then I'll do my pass, or I'll just do it again and then have Clay look at it. We'll see. We're getting more artwork of our characters, and Quick Pen and Friendship is Magic. But if by any chance you listen to my Season 4 tier, the second part of the Season 4 tier list, there's a point near the end. I say near the end. Twilight's Kingdom, I think, alone was like 40 minutes. And this was at the end of episode 23. So there's still, I don't know, like an hour something left in the video. Is like, I got a new piece of art during it, and it's for my favorite character, and I was just gushing about like how great she looked, how excited I was. I thought that was really fun. That was really neat. But I'll probably get the finished version of her like today or tomorrow, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Take the pen out for Friendship is Magic. So this week I did the video for the Season 3 tier list and 2 videos for Season 4. The second one is about 3.5 hours. Because I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. I got really nothing else to do. I'm not leaving. Like, I was spending the night that night. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Whatever. And I mentioned this in the video. Clay and his mom were watching Lord of the Rings. They were specifically watching the extended version of Fellowship. And yeah, my video was about as long as extended version of Fellowship. Like, they started a little bit after I did, and by the time I was done, like, I walked into the room, and Boromir was dying. I was like, oh, shit, this was really fucking long. Holy crap. Let's see. I've made some Worm progress. Right after this, I'm about to record my Arc 10 video. I feel like my progress was a little bit slower on Arc 10. Not because, like, Arc 10 was bad or anything. I actually liked it quite a bit. There was a few days I'm like, I can read these last couple chapters. I'll do it later. And the more I kept not reading it, the more bothered I was getting. Which is how I know I wasn't going to play Coded anymore. when I wasn't playing Coded and I thought about it, I was like, I maybe should, but I don't really want to. With Worm, even if in the moment I was like, I don't know if I really want to. I was like, I still want to, though. I will, I promise. I'm just not feeling it right now. And with Coded, it's like, eh. Which, unfortunately, is kind of what's happening with One Piece. I just haven't been reading it, but I can't drop it. And it's not at the point where I'm like, man, I hate this, but I can't drop it. Like, I just haven't read it in a bit. But it's too important for me to drop. I know this. I understand this. And when I am reading it, I'm having a good time. I just haven't in a bit, so I need to get back on that shit. I think the problem I have is I have 2 reading projects, and both of them are really fucking long. It's not like, okay, I'm reading Worm, and I'm also reading, like, because I was reading Alice in Wonderland. It's like, I'm reading Worm on the side, and also reading some Alice. One of which is really short, and I feel like I can make, like, really good progress on it, and when I'm done with that, I can maybe take a break or move on to the next thing. No, these are both gonna take me a fucking while, so I also don't know. It's like, when should I don't know, pick up, like, another book that I want to read, or another VN that I want to read? Where do I slot this in? I don't fucking know. But, sorry, brain stopped for a second. I think that's mostly it. There was a Nintendo Direct yesterday. I took notes on it as I watched it to make a video, and I just didn't want to make the video. It's like, it's not like, wow, that partner showcase was ass. It was just, I don't feel particularly passionate about it. And if I don't feel particularly passionate about a topic, I don't want to make a video on it. I guess my one exception is if it's like in a series of something. Like if I read an arc of Worm and I go, okay, I felt like nothing reading this, I'll still make the video because I've been chronicling my progress through Worm. And yeah, we haven't watched a Godzilla movie in a while, or Adventure Time, and those are both problems. But like if I were to watch a Godzilla, like Godzilla Raids Again, I felt like almost nothing watching it. But I'm like, all right, if we're going to do this, I'm going to chronicle my progress through Godzilla. I'm going to make this dang thing. Which, yeah, I should probably talk to Clay about that. Maybe we can watch, maybe we have like a double feature, because it's going to be Mothra versus Godzilla, which I'm looking forward to, and then Ghidorah the Three-Headed Dragon, which I'm very much looking forward to. We need to get on this shit. In terms of my move, because I still haven't done my room tour, I'm like that close to getting the last bit of my figures moved. There's a couple left, and a couple would be 2. It's like a handful left. It might happen today. I feel like next week for sure. Even if I don't get them all moved by next week, I'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. This is about as close as it's gonna get. Like, there might be a couple that aren't here. We can go ahead and just get it done. There's a non-zero chance I say fucking end up doing it today anyways. But I think next week for sure. I don't know, maybe I'll do the room tour and also be like, hey, February in review, but I don't know, that feels weird. I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll make them separate. Oh yeah, that's why I brought up the Direct. It happened yesterday. Next week is Pokemon Day, and I'm really fucking excited for Pokemon Day because I'm a very big Pokemon fan. I want my Unova. I don't know what I want with Unova. Because on the one hand, I'm like, give me the Unova remake, but I'm also like, I don't know. Like, I'll play it. It'll probably be really fun. I think it's just because I want Legends Unova. That's it. It's not just like, man, Unova doesn't need it or doesn't deserve it or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I just want Legends Kyurem or Legends Victini. However you want to flavor it. Because Legends Arceus is one of my favorite games of all time. It is my second favorite Pokemon game, right under Soul Silver, and like right above Original Black and Moon, which to me are about tied. I really, really want to play that. If it's just like, yeah, here's a regular ass remake. I mean, it might be like an open world thing, kind of the way that Scarlet and Violet is. Hopefully it doesn't run like complete ass the way Scarlet and Violet do. Oh, maybe they'll be like launch titles for the Switch. They probably would be launch titles for the Switch too. Well, no. Well, actually, because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, if they come out this year in November, maybe, because I don't know if that's when they're going to release the Switch 2, or will they release the Switch 2 next year, around January, February, which is when the Switch 1 released, but Pokemon Arceus came out, like, I think it was right at the end of January the year it came out. So they really could be launch titles. So hopefully, if they are, like, full open world, I guess even if it's a Legends game, I hope it doesn't run like ass. But my guess is if it's a remake, they might do, like, a more open world thing. I mean, maybe they will try to make it more faithful, like, one-to-one. But I feel like they might try to experiment with it. Or maybe that's just what the Legends game will be for. Maybe it won't get a Legends game, but it'll get something new. Like they remade Kanto again, and they did it differently. They did it with Let's Go. And then, like, Sinnoh got a remake, and then it got a reimagining with Legends. They might do something like that with Unova. Again, I hope it's just another Legends game. But they might try to say, okay, here's our remake, here's our reimagining. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we get. Are we going to get Gen 10? I mean, Gen 9's now done, aside from, like, a remake. So, I don't know, I guess we probably will see Gen 10. Would it come out this year? Maybe Gen 10 will be the launch title for the Switch, too. I don't know. Okay. If I have to be a betting man, if I have to make my prediction, I will say Gen 5 remake, reimagining, whatever the fuck they're doing with it, that is coming out in November. That is our Pokemon game for the month. Or, excuse me, our Pokemon game for the year. Pokemon game for the month. That'd be fucking wild. Gen 10 will be next year. They might go ahead and announce it. They might go ahead and kind of start hyping it up a bit. But I'm going to say that Gen 10 will come out a little bit later. I will go ahead and predict that Unova will get the Sinnoh treatment of here is a remake and a reimagining. And one might be like, this is the one made by Game Freak. This is the one that's made by a different studio, the way they did for Gen 4. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll just be one team is working on Gen 10. The other is working on whatever we're doing with Unova. But I'm really looking forward to see what happens. And then it'll be like, oh, well, I'm super disappointed because none of this happened. But it is what it is. That's the nature of the beast when it comes to hype and speculation. But that's where I'm at with that. I think that's it for this video. I'll see you next week. Oh, I mean, I guess I'll see you in a few minutes when I talk about Worm.